Hello, hi, and welcome to this lesson once again. Last time we did an introduction on the Cisco Packet Tracer tool, network simulation tool that helps simulate network infrastructure, physical network infrastructure. So today we'll be looking at another aspect of the Cisco Packet Tracer tool, and this time around we're looking at the entirety of the Packet Tracer tool. On the interfaces, what we see, what we can find, what they are used for. So to get started, we see that on the tracer tool here, you have different sections. We have different sections divided and used for different purposes. On this highlighted part of the tracer tool, you can see that we have menu options like file, edit, options, view, tools, extensions, windows, help. Now this section of the tool is called the menu bar. This is the menu bar, right? Yeah, this is the menu bar. So the menu bar contains options like the file, edit, options, views, tools, extensions, window, and help. And of course, when you click on each of them, you'll find other sub options under them. So under file, you have different tools that could help you create new projects, open existing projects, open sample project, recent file, save, and print, exit as well. So under the edit, you have the copy, paste, undo, and redo options. Under the options, you have algorithm settings, user profile, command logs, right? Under the view options, you have different view facility, different view features. Under the tools options, you have different tools that could help you with drawing, with custom devices, with script projects, and all. So under the extensions, you have different options that help you with different kinds of extensions, multi-user, IPC, scripting, and ports. Under the window option, you have the option to enter full screen or minimal screen mode. And then under the help, you have different options that could help you to get help directly from the Cisco company, right? So that's the first option that we have. Yeah, that is the first that we have. So the first we said is the menu bar. We have the menu bar. So all right, I'm going to go over again. All right, so I'm going to go over again. And then we have the second one. I'm going to go over to the second. The second one is right here. Right here, we have the second one. Right here, we have the second one. Right, and this is called the main menu. All right, this is called the main toolbar, menu option. So this is called the main toolbar menu option, right? Yeah, so under this place now, you could find other different options as well. So this highlighted part is called the main toolbar. Here is the menu bar, here is the main toolbar. And if you highlight on any of those icons, you will see information on them. This is new file, this is save, this is print, right? So this is undo and reduce, zoom in, zoom out, and all of that. So there are different options, different here that you can use. So this part of it is called the main toolbar. All right. So moving ahead, we'll move on to the next side of it, right? So this now is called, let me highlight that, right? So right here, we have the common toolbar. Right here, we have the common toolbar. On the third section, okay, we have the common toolbar. So this common toolbar as well, we have different icons there, right? Different icons that provide access to workspace tools. So we have icons for select, right? We have icons for move, for search, for cancel, right? To cancel or delete any component, network component, right? We have icons to inspect, to to add simple and complex DPUs. Okay, so there are different icons as well here, right? And I think yeah, so there are different icons there that you could always use anytime, right? So can just see an example of that. Can click on the X button here, and when a component is highlighted, you can click on the X sign at the top there, and right there, it deletes the network component that was highlighted. So that is on the third section of the Cisco Tracer tool. So go right to the next one. The next one, sorry. So we'll go right to the next here. And this is the next section, the fourth section. This is the next section, which is the fourth section. And this place is called the logical or physical workspace, or logical or physical navigation bar. Okay, so this helps us to just switch workspace, can switch workspace to a physical workspace or to a logical workspace. So this is a logical workspace. And when you click on this, you have the physical workspace. And then, of course, you can see that all of the other options at this side, they change depending on the workspace that you have. So when you're at the physical workspace, you have this. When you're at the when you're at the logical workspace, you have this workspace here. When you're at the physical workspace, of course, you have this workspace shown to you. All right. So yeah, so that is the fourth section. Okay, so on the fifth section now, we have everything in this space. Everything in this open space. This is called now the workspace. This is called the workspace. And of course, as the name implies, this is the area where all your work will be done. You create your network simulations, you watch your network simulations, you view information and statistics all in this section, all in this, right? Yeah, all in that section. So you see everything there written as you pick them. You see your network simulation tools, you see your components as you pick them. So this is the work space, right? So the next section that we have, so the next section that we have is right at the bottom here, right at the bottom here, right at the bottom here. So this is the next section that we have. This section is called the real-time and simulation bar. Real-time and simulation bar. And just like the logical and physical bar, when we select here, we have different options, right? So we can enter the simulation bar here. When we click on real time, you can see the real time option here. When we click on simulation, you can see the simulation right here. Okay, so we'll go back to real time because that's the default. All right, so the next one we are going to be looking at is right down here. Okay, so we're looking at everything in this space. So everything in this space, all right, everything now in that space. Now that part of it is called the network component box. The network component box. Network component box. So here you find different kinds of network components, right? Yeah, find different kinds of network components right there. So it's called the network component box, right? Called network component box. So the activity depends on whatever you choose or you select at this part of the screen. Of course, we are coming down to this part of the screen, and this part of the screen now, this part of the interface is called, let me take this away, right? So this part of the interface, yeah, and like that, and like that. So that is another section, right? That is another section of the interface, and that is called the device type. Device type selection box. Okay, let me undo that. So it covers everything here. Device type selection box. So everything in these two panes, they are device type selection box. So you can see different kinds of devices selectable at this point. So you see network devices, you see end devices, you see components, you see connections, you see miscellaneous, you see multi-user connections, right? So you see the routers, you see the switches and the hubs and the wireless devices and what. So depending on what you also click here, whatever you select here determines what you find at this place. So you can find different kinds of options depending on your selection at this point. So when you select network devices, you can see switch and routers, hubs and wireless devices. So when you select end devices, you can see home, smart city, industrial, power grid devices. When you select components, you can see boards, actuators, and sensors. When you click on connections, you can see connections. You can also see structured cabling. So this is the what? The device type selection box. The device type selection box. Device type selection box. So we are coming back again. All right, so let me erase this. Yep. So right here, this this particular part, this particular part has its own name. So this is the device specific selection box. Device specific selection box. Device specific selection box. So what it means is that when you choose your devices right at this place, you can have specific devices at this part, right? You can have specific devices at that part. You can have specific devices right in that part. So you when you click on end devices, for instance, you can see laptop servers, phones, TVs, tablets. So these are device specific. When you click on the network devices, you can see all manner of routers right here. And when you click on connections, you can see different kinds of connections as well represented here, right? So these are device specific. This is the device specific box, okay? So don't mistake it. So we have everything here, right? As the network everything here is what comprises what the network component box. Everything here comprises the network component box. Here is device specific box. Here is where we have the device type selection, right? Here is where we have the device type selection, right? So here is where we have the device specific. So we can label this 1, can label this say 2, and then we can label this 3. Okay, let me use a different color to differentiate them. And let's see if that helps. Okay, so let me do, this is a network component box. Everything right here forms a network component box. All right, so I'll do this. So this is device specific. All right, so that is device specific box. So here, we have the device type, right? So here we have the device type selection box, the device type selection box. So far, this is a good intro into the interface of the Cisco Packet Tracer 2, right? Yeah, good one. So it gives you an idea of everything that you see on your interface. I hope this lesson helps you to get started with the Cisco Packet Tracer tool. All right, thank you. We'll see again in our next session.